Good morning. So you will need a block, a strap, and a blanket. You can be innovative if you don't have blocks. Books will work, really fat phone books. We don't really get phone books anymore, but if you have any in your house, those work well, or a fat dictionary. So we're going to continue exploring Manomaya Kosha today. And Manomaya Kosha, the psycho-emotional sheath, the mental sheath, is really harmonized, balanced, and integrated when we start letting go of our limiting beliefs, deconstructing really all of the content, all of the activity that we've identified within our mind. So we start clarifying and purifying really the mental and emotional aspects of our being. And remember, part of being able to clarify the mental activity is to actually find equilibrium and ease within ourselves. So balancing the nervous system so we can actually witness and be with what is arising within us. So we're going to start today just grounding, and we're going to go through a couple of hand mudras to just invoke different elements within the body. And then this is going to be a slower practice. This is going to be a more introspective practice with some longer holds. So the use of the props, the guides, will really be helpful for this. Okay, so I'd like for you to take your index finger and middle finger together and curl your fourth finger and your little finger inside your thumbs. This is Bu Mudra, and just touch your fingers to the earth. Close your eyes and arrive. And right away, just feel the sensations between your fingertips and the floor. And take a deep inhalation as you pull your breath down into your body, feeling your roots deepening and widening into the earth as you ground into the stable support beneath you. Exhale gently and smoothly, empty yourself. As you empty, just relaxing and letting go into this moment. Letting go into whatever it is that you're experiencing this morning. Continue to breathe through your nose, pulling your breath into your body, down into your pelvis, down into the earth. Just feel the presence of the breath more in the lower region of the abdomen and pelvis. And exhale, relax even more. Take one more smooth inhalation. Feel that the sensation of the breath is predominant in the pelvis. And exhale, grounding, feeling supported, feeling stable, feeling the security of the support beneath you. And then if you need to open your eyes to look, we're going to take Vayu Mudra, the wind mudra. So you're going to curl your index finger into the heel of your palm, wrap your thumb around the index finger like this, and stretch the three fingers apart. Bring your hands to your thighs. Close your eyes and just begin to sense where the breath is the most dominant in your body with this mudra. Can you feel and sense how your breath is predominantly in the chest region? Feel as you breathe in, your rib cage expanding and rising. Feel as you exhale, the ribs relaxing, your entire body relaxing with the breath. Inhale as you feel the expansion and lift of the rib cage, sensing this quality, this energy. And exhale as you relax as you release, completely giving yourself to the pulse of your breath in your chest. Take one more smooth inhalation, sensing where the breath is dominant. And exhale. Now connect your middle finger and your thumb, Akash Mudra, the ether element, the element of space, recognizing and feeling where the breath is the most dominant as you breathe in and out. Noticing how the breath moves further upward to the throat and the head. Feeling here the different sensations of the breath in the throat and skull region. And beginning to expand your own being into the vast spaciousness within and all around. The space of infinite possibility. As you begin to relinquish any limiting beliefs, any constructs that you have built in your mind, creating space for clarity, space for clear perspective. So there's a little bit of space between you and your identity, you and your thoughts, you and your emotions. And now inhale, raise your palms up to meet in front of your heart. Exhale, completely empty all of your air out. Inhale, we'll open with the sound of Om together one time. Gently bow your head. Release any tension in your neck, in your throat, in your shoulders, and plant a seed within the field of your heart. Opening yourself up to the moment as it unfolds, and being available to the grace of the moment, and creating the atmosphere within yourself, making your inner landscape fertile and rich, so that the seeds that you plant within you can grow and blossom. Exhale, gently lower your hands to your thighs. Open your eyes softly. Trace your eyes straight ahead, looking forward. And grab your blanket, please. So we're going to begin with the belly roll to release the lower abdomen, the psoas, the iliopsoas. And just a refresher that the psoas muscle is the muscle that involuntarily contracts in the face of stress. So we really want to dissolve and chase the stress out of our physical body, out of our physiology, and just creating a relationship with the psoas and learning how to relax the psoas can really start to pave that path for you to have a relaxation response. So you're going to fold a blanket approximately like this. I'm sure everyone has their own individual blanket, so you're going to have to just work with what you have. And then you want to make the blanket pretty narrow. So mine, I'm going to fold it 1, 2, 3 times. So I have a long, narrow blanket. And you want this to be, you know, about 1 inch, 1.5 inches thick. Then you're going to place your blanket in front of you, and you're going to make a really tight roll about halfway up the blanket. So you end up with a nice, firm roll that's about 6 inches thick. And then you're going to place the front of your pelvic bowl on the roll. So your ASIS is to the sides of the roll and your pubic bone is off the roll. And you're going to walk your knees back. So your knees are behind your hips and you rest your belly on the roll and your knees come out to the width of your mat. And your feet turn out. Ooh. And then just lower your chest and your head down. And rest. Right away, release the back of your neck. Release the back of your skull. And give yourself completely to this roll. So allow the element of space and the quality of gravity to really help you here. So just feeling the space around you that keeps you here on this earth. The omnipresent quality of gravity, which is what keeps us grounded. And just start to release and settle into this deep muscle, a muscle that holds a lot. As it holds us upright, it helps us to walk, sit. Everything we do, basically, the psoas is participating in for the most part, other than sleep. And as you start to release and let go of this area, you maybe start to experience some different emotions being revealed within you. So as you arrive this morning, I'd like for you to just check in and check in with the emotions that you're showing up with this morning. Are you feeling joyful? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling confused? Are you feeling steady, peaceful? Are you feeling grateful? Are you feeling anxious? And just note it and allow yourself to be in the presence of your emotions, but create a little bit of space, a little bit of distance between yourself and what's arising. So you use your breath to create some space between the self and your mind, between self and body, residing in the witness, the seat of awareness. And just notice as we stay here if one side of the psoas feels more tense than the other. Let your buttocks really drop, releasing your tailbone downward. Relax through your mouth. Just notice if you start to grip your jaw. Release your tongue. And keep relaxing right at the base of your skull. Right at the base where the vagus nerve originates. Really touching here the ventral vagal nerve with the roll. And remember that the ventral vagal nerve is all about our social connections, relationships, our ability to integrate into the world. So once we are really established on a foundation of ease, a foundation of balance, we can interact with the world around us more gracefully and joyfully. And now slowly come up onto your elbows. So you're in a sphinx position, and you know, you might feel some warmth. You're still on the roll. You might feel some warmth in your legs. And then you're going to take your legs back in space and curl your toes under here. And stretch long from your hips back through your heels. Just let your tailbone sink into the body. Feel your pelvis wrapping around the roll. And open your chest and just notice if the sensation in the front of the belly tenses your jaw, becoming really aware of the tension that's born from your effort. Become aware of the effect that results from the effort. And then just roll a little bit side to side, massaging the right side a little deeper. And then the left. Good. And then gently release your knees. Ground your hands. Press yourself up. Grab your blanket. Place it right at the top of your thighs lengthwise. And push your thigh bones down with your hands. Lift your belly up and over the blanket. And then take your arms back and down. So your elbows drop. And here we are in pose of a child. Drop your head. Just drop any excess, unnecessary mental activity in the field of your mind. Just allow your mindscape to settle. And if something sprouts up in the field of your mind, just watch it. Let it come, let it go. Dropping your elbows. Drop your head. Begin to roll the back of your skull towards the top of your head so you feel the weight across your forehead moving closer to your hairline. And just feel the gentle pulse of your breath, connecting to the vital life energy within you, the energy that transports your consciousness into all the parts of your body, and the energy that transports you to the very depth of your being, to the very core of the self. So your inhalation expands from the center out to the periphery. Your exhalation dissolves from the periphery back into the center, returning home. Your inhalation expands the core of your being, the light of your soul, to touch the many layers of your being all the way to the periphery, to the manifested
And your exhalation just gently pulls you back to the essence, the core of who you are, deep, deep behind all the layers of your personality, behind everything that you've arranged your life around, identified with, everything that you've concretized. Behind all of that, there is a still, settled, changeless, untethered space. A light that is brighter than you've ever seen. Inhale, very slowly rise up. Tethering your tailbone down, your head will lift last. And exhale, place your blanket off to the side. Grab your block or your makeshift block, whatever it is that you're using. Separate your knees now about the width of your mat. And then begin to reach your arms forward, grabbing the block with the heel of the palm and the mounds of the fingers. And just let your femur bones sink back and down here. And I'd like you to feel with your knees a little bit wider, your belly should sink between your thighs, and you can really expand and deflate the belly. So you really feel this quality of expansion on the inhalation. Breathing into the lower lobes of your lungs as you deepen your breath, activating the relaxation response. And then exhale as your belly just gently sinks. So you're giving your ventral vagal nerve a gentle massage here with your deep breathing. And then squeeze the block with your hands and start to lift your elbows away from the floor. So you're cutting the little finger side of your hand down into the floor. Reach the cylinders of your arms nice and long. Every exhale as you deflate your belly, let your hips sink a little deeper. Every inhale as you expand into the lower lobes of your lungs, feel your breath in your back body. Feel your breath touching the back of your heart. And exhale, opening the door at the back of your heart. This is the side of the heart that we receive. This is the side of the heart that we can receive the gifts of the world, the gifts of this life, the gifts of this moment. Gently lower your elbows now down into the floor. Keep the width at the back of your chest, and then slowly lift your block up. Again, just feeling and sensing, making these movements feel really good in your body. And if something disturbs you, just notice how you react to it. And can you start to free yourself and release yourself, liberate yourself from your likes and your dislikes? I like this, I don't like that. He's okay, she's not okay. I like this person, I don't like that person. And just notice that when you bounce back and forth between your likes and your dislikes, how much it complicates your ability to experience the totality of the moment as it unfolds in front of you. How your wavering between your preferences inhibits you from really allowing experiences to come through and to move through you. So just be with whatever the experience is, free from your bias. If your work is in your neck and your shoulders, if your work is in your chest, this may feel really intense for you. Take one more deep inhale. And exhale, lower your arms. Inhale, rise on up. Bring your knees together. Now, some of you might need support between your heels and your buttocks. If it's difficult to sit on your heels,
There's always the option to elevate your seat. And then there's also the option to sit in a chair and connect the big toes. So Vajrasana, if you can't do Vajrasana kneeling, you can do it in a chair, but the big toes touch and the feet have to be flat on the chair. Okay, so now reach your arms forward. Turn your palms up. Cross your right elbow over your left. Bend your elbows and touch your hands. Spin your thumbs towards your face. And then lift your elbows and gently press your hands forward. So opening the back door of your heart. Relax your jaw. Your eyes can be closed or just softly open. If your eyes are open, gaze upward towards your thumbs, opening the side of your heart from which you receive. And breathe deep into that space. So inhale, expanding from the center out into the periphery. Touch every corner of your chest. Exhale as you relax, as you soften, and as you let go into this moment. Notice if the sensations in your shoulders start to pull on your jaw. Begin to release your lower jaw away from your upper jaw. Relax the root of your tongue and soften the very top of your shoulders. So you're removing stress, which gets held in the head, the neck, the throat, and the shoulders. Really clearing your slate. So you reside on a foundation that is easeful, settled, and balanced. Exhale, gently release your arms, roll them out. Just feel the energy moving all the way down to your palms, into your fingertips. Become aware of the cells at your fingertips reflecting. Inhale, reach your palms forward, palms up, thumbs out. Cross left over right and bring your hands to meet. Spin your thumbs towards your face. Right away, lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. So notice the tendency for the elbows to get pulled down to the sternum. Yes, and lift. So you really should start feeling more sensation in the outer left shoulder, the outer left deltoid. And then as you spin your thumbs towards the midline, just gently press your hands forward. And now relax the intensity of your effort. So remember that the perfection of asana culminates in pranayama. So as you learn to relax the intensity of your efforts, the pairs of opposites, the biases that normally disrupt you, no longer disturb you. The seemingly impossible becomes possible. So you free yourself of all of your limiting beliefs, of all of the constructs that you've created in your mind. And from there, conscious inhalation and exhalation is born. So watching the in-breath, expanding into the back of your chest. Watch the out-breath, relaxing and releasing. Take one more smooth inhalation. You energize your system. Exhale, you remove and destroy any stressors, any toxins, whatever's left over that no longer needs to stick around. And gently release. Roll your shoulders out. Once again, just feel the sensations through your arms, through your palms, through your fingertips. Good, and now reach your left arm up, bend your elbow, grab your elbow with your right hand and pull your right hand over to the right. So you're coaxing your left elbow behind your head, and notice, do you pop your ribs forward when you do this? So please soften your lower ribs. Take a deep inhale and widen across your kidney line, hydrating the kidneys, hydrating the adrenals, and lift up through the left armpit into the elbow. Make your left elbow plumb with your left shoulder. Good. Soften your eyes, soften your temples, and soften the front of your brain. Let it recede toward the back of the skull. Take one more smooth inhalation. And exhale. Gently release. Just feel the energy in the arms, feel the energy in the left palm. Inhale, reach your right arm up, spin your palm back, bend your elbow, and grab your elbow with your left hand. Gently pull your right elbow up and back to the left. Notice, do you pop your ribs to do this? So becoming aware of your involuntary patterns, your unconscious tendencies, and begin to soften your floating ribs, widen into the lower back ribs, hydrating the kidney line, and expand upward through your right armpit. Reach from your armpit to your elbow. So as we become more and more familiar of our unconscious involuntary patterns in our physical body, we then can become more familiar with our unconscious knee-jerk reactions in our mental and emotional bodies. And again, once we're established on a stable foundation, a foundation that is balanced and at ease, then we can more willingly, skillfully, and gracefully take note and be with the compulsive activity in the mind. And we can witness it, shedding the light of consciousness on the unconscious, on the hidden. And exhale, gently release. Roll your shoulders out. Very good. And now ground your hands to the sides of your knees. Curl your toes under. We're just going to straighten the knees for a moment to give some blood flow back to the ankles and the knees. Straighten your knees and just find Uttanasana here. Uttanasana. Tighten the fronts of your knees. Lift your kneecaps up. Bend your elbows out to the side. If you have any lower back issues, any disc issues, you can either place your hands on the wall or you can place your hands on your shins or your thighs to keep your spine long. Now just feel the stable foundation of the earth. Feel the support of the earth. So you have the support to journey forward. You have the support to take a step into the unknown. And you know what? Every moment, the next moment, it's unknown. It's uncertain. So within yourself, can you feel a sense of stability, a sense of support, so you can navigate and start to adventure into unknown terrain, letting go of all of the familiar ideals that you have, all of the constructs that you've created that shape your personality, that create your overall mood, your disposition, which is your vasana. And can you just start to shed those layers, shed those constructs? Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, lower back down onto your knees and come forward into a knee plank. Pull your lower belly up and in. Just feel the engagement of your arms. Exhale, lower yourself down. Now push your knees into the floor. We're going to do a little exercise to really feel the support of the pelvis and the legs for back bends. So lift your hips up, grab the skin right above your pubic bone and pull it forward from your pubic bone to your navel. So you feel the tailbone drop. So the tailbone and the pubic bone arrange on the same plane. Then lift your left leg up, spin it in, place it down. Lift your right leg up, spin it in, and place it down. Now you're going to grab the upper corners of your mat. Press your feet down into the floor and just push the upper corners of your mat away from you. And I want you to feel what happens to the skin of your lower belly when you do that, to the frontal hip bones, and then release. Do it again. Just push the mat away from you. Can you feel that the lower belly skin starts to lift? The frontal hip bone starts to roll up towards the chest. Do that a few times. Push away, release,
push away, release, push away, release. So you should actually feel your pelvis moving each time you do this. It's subtle, but it should start to feel clear in your body what's happening. Now, we're going to add step 2. So step 1 is to push the mat away. Your chest isn't that lifted here. You're just hovering right above the floor with your head in your chest. Step 1 is to push the corners of the mat forward. Step 2 is to engage the base of your glutes and then relax all of that. Do that again. Step 1, push the corners of your mat forward. Step 2, engage the base of your glutes and then relax. Now I'd like for you to feel the effect of you engaging the base of your glutes. So step 1, push the mat away from you. Step 2, engage the base of your glutes. Don't lift your chest up. Keep your chest hovering. You're not in a back bend here. You're trying to learn how to find the strength and length of your legs, which will help to lengthen your lower back. Release all that. One more time. Push the mat away from you and engage the base of your glutes and feel how your lower belly activates and lifts towards the spine. And then release all that. Now, step 3, if you want, you can watch for a moment so this is clear. Step 1, you push the mat away. Step 2, you engage the base of your glutes. So notice how my lower belly gets how it lifts and my lower back lengthens. And then step 3, with a forceful exhalation, you're going to compact the base of the glutes stronger. And then my belly lifts a lot, and then you'll release all that. Okay, watch it one more time. Step 1, push away. Step 2, engage base of glutes. Step 3, forceful exhale to compact the base of your glutes. So this region of the body, the lower part of your cylinder, is really spacious and strong at the same time. Okay, let's try it. So grab the upper corners of your mat. Do not lift your chest. Your chest is down on the floor here. Your head is just hovering right above the floor. Step 1, push the mat away from you. Step 2, engage base of glutes. Step 3, forceful exhale. Compact the base of your glutes, and you should feel your lower belly strongly lifts. And then release all that. Step 1, push the mat away. Step 2, engage base of glutes. Step 3, forceful exhale. And then release. One more time. Step 1, press the mat away. Step 2, engage base of glutes. Step 3, forceful exhale. Feel the base of the glutes contract more. Belly lifts. Good. Now release. Now bring your hands to the sides of your chest. Rearrange your legs. So lift your left leg, grow it long, spin it in, place it down. Lift your right leg, grow it long, spin it in, place it down. With your hands to the sides of your chest, we're going to go through the same steps. So step 1, push your hands forward, feel your frontal hip bones lift. Step 2, engage the base of your glutes, feel your belly start to strengthen. Step 3, forceful exhale, compact the base of the glutes and lift your chest. And then lower. Inhale. Again, step 1, press hands forward. Step 2, engage base of glutes. Step 3, compact. Lift. Engaging base of glutes to lift. And then exhale, lower down. One more time. Step 1, push your hands forward. 2, engage base of glutes. 3, forceful exhale, compact. Lift. So you're holding your breath out as you lift. And then lower. Good. Curl your toes under. Inhale, push up. Exhale, slide it back. Downward facing dog. Reach your arms nice and long. Inhale, step your feet forward. Lengthen your trunk. Exhale, gently fold forward with strong, attentive legs. Inhale, root to rise. Excite your legs, reach your arms all the way up, and climb your back ribs up an imaginary wall. Exhale, slide your hands home. Okay, so if you have a strap, I'd like for you to make a loop in the strap. If you don't have a strap, no worries. You can interlace your fingers behind your back and try to visualize that you have a strap on your arms, okay? If it's not appropriate to interlace your fingers behind your back, if your shoulders are too stiff for that and you don't have a strap, you could just grab your elbows behind the back. Okay, so you want to make the strap approximately shoulder distance apart. So you want to come into the inner knob of the shoulder. You don't want to go to the broadest, widest width of the shoulder. You want to come right to the center of the shoulder joint. Okay? Then your strap is going to come behind your back, right above the wrist. So it's a few inches above your wrist, but the strap is closer to the wrist than it is to the elbow. Okay? Step with your feet hip width apart. And remember, your hips are not as wide as you think. Especially us women. Our imagination of how wide our hips are is so delusional and inaccurate most of the time. So now, find the very arch of the feet, the plantar vault, the apex of the arches of the feet, and organize the tip of your pelvic bowl right over the plantar vault. Organize your diaphragm right over the pelvic bowl, and organize the dome at the roof of your mouth and the crown of your head right over your pelvic bowl. So notice if you're tilting posterior in the chest or anterior in the chest, and just try to find plumb. Now break the strap and have the feeling that you're reaching from the shoulder to the elbow to start lifting the arms. You're strongly breaking the strap, and you should start to feel an engagement between the shoulder blades now to open the front door of your heart. Right away, search for tension in the neck. So relax from the base of your skull down to the tops of your shoulders. Now bend your knees, deepen your thigh bones back, and start to fold forward. Start to fold forward. As you fold forward, notice if your shoulders roll forward onto your chest. Roll your shoulders back away from your chest. Keep your belly laminated on your thighs and drop your head completely. So each time you drop your head, you're dropping all of the clutter in your mind. So you're just letting whatever it is that you've built, whatever constructs, whatever beliefs, whatever ideals, whatever opinions, just let it go for right now. And now break the strap even more. Reach from your shoulders to your elbows to your fingers, and very slowly start straightening your knees. Slowly. Drop your head and tighten the muscles at the fronts of your legs. Now breathe smoothly in. Expand your breath. Breathe smoothly out. Feel your neck, your skull releasing more. Keep breaking the strap to feel integrity in the arms and between the shoulder blades. One more breath. Relax your jaw, your eyes, and release the front of your brain. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, root through your heels and come up to standing. Exhale. Very nice. Release the strap and just feel. Look straight ahead. Arms release. Notice where your arms are in space. Notice the width of your chest. Take a deep breath in. Notice how you're breathing. Breathe out. Notice the clarity in your eyes. Okay, so now you're going to separate your feet so they're approximately the width of one leg. Your toes point straight ahead.
So if you need blocks for this, you're welcome to have blocks underneath your hands. So if you're stiff in your hamstrings, you might choose to have blocks, because the focus of this variation of Pasarita Padottanasana is to keep the chest open and to engage between the shoulder blades. So I'd like for you to start by examining the orientation of your feet. Press the outer edges of your feet down and just make sure that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the short edges of your mat. Place your thumbs on your sacrum. Little bend in your knees. Feel the tip of your pelvic bowl and arrange the tip of your pelvic bowl so it can land right on the earth, so it's balanced. Then slowly straighten your legs by lifting up from the arches of your feet all the way to the tops of your thighs. Press your thumbs into your sacrum. Roll your shoulders up and back so you start to feel an engagement between your shoulder blades, and lift up through the cylinder of your spine, and then start to go back. And we're going to stay here for a little bit. So you're in a back bend. Every in breath, you're going up, up, up. And every out breath, engage between your shoulder blades. Keep your shoulders relaxing away from the base of your neck. So you're not gripping your neck. And breathe smoothly into the space of your heart. Inhale, up, up, up through your spine. Exhale, root from your kidneys down through your hips and heels. Inhale, lift from your kidneys up to your chest. Widen your collarbones. Exhale, gently grip the shoulder blades towards the ribs to help support the lift of your chest. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, keep the brilliance of your chest. Keep the brilliance of your chest as you come forward and ground your hands under your shoulders. Now, this would be a great option to place hands on blocks if you cannot keep the chest wide in the front. So you're moving your shoulder blades here down your back. And as you move the shoulder blades down the back, your sternum is squirting forward. So you're not folding into this. Place your hands on blocks if you have them. If you have 2 blocks, even if you can go all the way down, place your hands on them. Straighten your elbows, and everybody lift your chest. So I want you to feel the presence of engagement between your shoulder blades. Now try not to lift your chest from cranking your head up. Keep your neck long. Just gaze softly at a point right in front of you and work the upper back muscles, not your neck. Lengthen the sides of your neck. Open the back of your skull. Feel the sweet texture of your breath in your throat. Awakening the energy of spaciousness within you. Endless space. Creating more and more space between you and what arises. And notice if it gets difficult, where does the mind go? Does the mind start resisting? Does the mind start justifying all the reasons that you shouldn't be in this pose? And just watch that if that's your experience. Watch if you escape. Watch if you tune out. And watch what it's like to simply give yourself to the experience wholeheartedly. To just be with it. Whatever it is that it's trying to teach you, can you be with it? Exhale your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, unite your feet and reflect. Standing on your own 2 feet, gaze straight ahead, and just notice how you're standing. Notice the orientation of your arms in relationship to your chest. Are your arms living further towards your back than normal? So, the arms, if the chest is open, meaning this entire box, so the front, the sides, and the back of the chest is open, the arms should actually reside behind the seam of your shirt. And the tendency when the front of the chest is closed is for the arms to get pulled forward of the seam of the shirt. So just feel where you are in space. And as we keep working, hopefully naturally and effortlessly, the arms will start to live more in their natural space. Okay, step your left foot back, your right foot forward, you're straddling an imaginary line and your hands come to your hips. Now establish your foundation from the ground up. So you ground your inner right foot, outer left foot, and then keeping your inner right foot rooted, pull your right hip bone back in space. Straightening your right knee, lift through the front of your left thigh, lift through the front of your left hip, roll your shoulders on your back, and start lifting your chest. So once again, the inhalation pulls you up, up, up. You should even start to feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. Your exhalation, you can start to roll back any amount. Find your shoulder blades. Work them on your back ribs to lift your chest. Then exhale, guide your right hip bone back. Again, if you have blocks, please use them under your hands. If you only have one block, you can take the block right inside your big toe and place both hands on the one block. Preferably, if you have two blocks, you separate your hands shoulder width apart. Good. Now guide your right hip bone back. Maintain the clarity in your legs. Maintain a stable foundation. And then start to work your spine. So you're extending the spine vertically, and you're drawing your shoulder blades onto your back ribs, engaging the muscles there, and release your neck. So when you start strengthening the area of your upper back between your shoulder blades, you actually start releasing stress in the neck. So the neck holds a lot of tension and a lot of stress, partly due to the upper back being weak and the front of the chest being closed and overly contracted. So strengthening the upper back allows for more freedom and space in the neck, which is a really, common place where we store and hold stress. So moving the energy down into the shoulder blade region. Take one more smooth inhalation and exhale. Inhale, root into your feet. Feel the stability of the earth beneath you. Come on up. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right foot. Stand on your own 2 feet and reflect. Where are your arms in space? Lift your shoulders for a moment and then just naturally let them fall. Don't push them down. Just like gravity, take them where they naturally live. And now step your right foot back. Straddle an imaginary line with your feet. Place your hands on your hips. Steer your left hip back. Ground your inner left foot. Ground your outer right foot. Tighten the cylinder of your legs. Inhale, push down into your right heel. Tether your tailbone down and start to lift up, up, up through your spine. Up you go. Good. And then roll your shoulders on your back. So there should be no tension in your neck if you're really working the upper back muscles. Keep lifting your chest. Exhale, keeping the brilliance of your chest. Keep the spaciousness of your heart and start to fold forward. Use your block or your blocks. Ground your inner left foot and guide your left hip back. So maintain the stability of your legs and then elongate your spine. Notice, do you lift your chest from your neck? Yes, that's it. Relax the back of your skull. Lengthen the back of your neck. And then gently guide your shoulder blades onto the back ribs. Feeling some support there. And breathe smoothly in, smoothly out. Now, another thing to take note of is, do you open your chest from your kidneys?
from your kidneys just grinding into the body. So you want to keep your kidney line broad, but your shoulder blades engaged. Keep your throat open and soft, and feel the presence of your breath in your throat. Connecting to the Akash energy, Akasha, the element of ether, of space. It is the space all around us that is actually providing us the opportunity to be here on this earth plane. Open your chest by widening your collarbones and integrating your shoulder blades. Notice when you wander. And then notice when you wander how your mind wants to take you away from what is happening right here, right now. So you start to manage yourself in the moment by first becoming deeply sensitive and aware of your tendencies, your patterns, your knee-jerk reactions. Inhale, root to rise. And exhale, step your right foot to meet your left foot. Just reflect. Breathe smoothly in, smoothly out. Okay. So you're gonna roll the mat just a little bit. Just for fun, we're gonna play with standing back arch. You're gonna place your heels on your mat roll. Now this is a very exciting and uplifting posture, okay? So I'd like for you to generate that quality of energy within yourself. Practice this with enthusiasm. Practice this to elevate and uplift your entire being. So remember that back bends really chase the depressed state out of our experience, out of our mind. Bend your knees. Take your thumbs to your sacrum. Roll your pubic bone and tailbone forward. So I want you to start to see, look down and see the pubic bone coming forward. Keep your thighs hugging in. Now, remember the work that we did on the floor. Exhale, engage the base of your glutes to keep your belly really strong. Then inhale, lift your chest without losing that. Lift your chest up. Up, 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 up. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, pump your heels down and lift your chest. Keep base of the glutes engaged. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, pump the heels down, lift your chest. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, pump and lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale all the way up. Keep your pelvis nice and neutral. Relax your arms and notice, feel. Where are your arms in space? Where is your chest in space? Gently unroll your mat. Good. From here, you're going to grab one block and you're going to place the block. You have two choices. You can either place it at the narrowest width under your sacrum, highest height. So it'd be like this, or you can place it at the widest width under your sacrum, highest height, or you can place it on the medium height. If it's on the medium height, just have the entire block, the entire side of the block under your sacrum. So you're going to bend your knees, organize your feet so they're hip width apart, and then drill your heels down into the earth. Inhale, lift your hips up. Take the block and slide it underneath your sacrum, whichever height is appropriate. Have the edge of the block be right above your butt crack. So right above the crack of the tushy, and then roll up onto your shoulder tops. You can grab the sides of your mat, walking your shoulders underneath you to really lift your sternum. And with each exhale, drop your breath down into the base of your glutes and engage them. Each inhale, feel your breath expanding into your lower ribs, filling your lungs all the way from the lower lung to the upper lung as you widen your chest. And exhale, move your breath into the base of your glutes. Engage them. Now, lift your right knee up towards your chest. Inhale, point your right toes and straighten your knee. Reach your right leg back behind your head and hug your left knee into the midline. Notice when you did this, did your chest collapse? Keep brilliance in your chest. Keep feeling your breath expanding the entire box of your chest. So your lungs predominate the back of the ribs. So breathing into the backs of the ribs, even here, and exhale, ground your right foot. Inhale, pull your left knee up into your chest. Hug your right knee into the midline, and now straighten your left leg. Relax your throat. Release your jaw and your tongue. Extend the cylinder of your left leg. And exhale, lower the left leg down. Now, pull your right knee into your chest. You can grab a hold of the thigh. Take your right knee out to the side. Your knee remains bent. And then extend your left leg to straight. Reach long through the cylinder of your left leg. Keep length in your lower back by engaging your low belly. Notice if your chest collapses when you try to open the front of your left hip. So that's very common when the hips are stiff, is that the chest will start to fall in. So keep your chest expanding and lifting, and that should increase the sensation in the front of your left hip. Inhale, pull your right knee back. Exhale, lower your right foot down. Inhale, lift your left knee up. Take your left thigh out to the side. Support your outer thigh with your left hand. And then straighten your right knee. Reach long. Can you straighten the knee completely? Notice how the stiffness in the front of the hip wants to keep the knee bent. Relax your tongue. Soften your brain. Keep fullness in your chest. So remember, all the engagement that we did between the shoulder blades is to support you here. Keeping the intelligence steadfast between your shoulder blades. Inhale, pull your left knee back in, and exhale, release your left foot down, bend your right knee, place your right foot down. Now, rearrange your shoulders. So walking right onto the shoulder tops, grab the sides of your mat, scoop the contents of your belly in. So you should feel here that your sternum is lifting towards your chin, activating the throat center, the center of ether, Akash. And then slowly lift your feet off the floor and straighten your legs. So you're in a supported variation of shoulder stand. Your sacrum is heavy on the block. Don't move your head from side to side, please. So if you need to look, you can come out and look, and then come back in. Open your chest. Relax your lips, your tongue, your jaw. Make your legs bone straight. Toning the muscles of the legs to the bones. Feel your breath extending you vertically, widening you horizontally. Keep your eyes very soft and still. And just observe whatever arises. Dissolve the limitations, the belief systems, ideals and biases that you've constructed or inherited. Just clearing the slate of your mind, polishing the lens. Exhale, bend your knees, release your feet to the earth. Inhale, excite the backs of your legs, your glutes, and lift your hips up. Remove the block, walk your shoulders out, and slowly lower down. Ah, very nice. Feel for a moment, place your hands on your low belly, and inhale, expand into your low belly. Exhale, deflate your low belly. Roll onto your right hip. Take your right hand and align with your shoulder. Stack your knees. So your left knee is on your right knee, your left hip is over your right hip, and your legs are at a 90-degree angle here. Bring your left hand to meet your right hand. If you'd like to fold a blanket under your head, you're welcome to do that. Keep your head on the floor throughout this entire sequence. Gaze at your left thumb. With unwavering attention, soften your eyes and focus on your left thumb. Inhale, lift your left arm up slowly. Exhale, open your left arm out slowly. Follow the thumb with your eyes the entire time. Inhale, lift your left arm, tracing your thumb with your eyes. Exhale, close your left arm. We'll do one more together and then on your own. Inhale, trace the left thumb as you lift the arm up. Exhale, open your arm, open your ribs, open your chest as you trace your thumb out. Inhale, trace your thumb as you lift the arm up. And exhale, slowly trace the thumb to lower your arm down. One more time on your own. Relax your tongue, keep releasing all the way from the base of the skull, down the neck, through the shoulder tops. Releasing any stress that you hold up in the head and neck, up in the shoulders. Once you're complete, roll back onto your back. Hands to your belly. Eyes closed. Inhale, breathe deep into your belly. Exhale, dissolve. Roll onto your left side. Stack your knees, your ankles, and your hips. So right ankle, knee, and hip stack over the left. Align your legs at a 90-degree angle. Your left hand reaches out from your left shoulder and your right hand rests upon your left. Gaze at your right thumb with unwavering attention. Inhale, reach your arm up. Exhale, open the arm out. Pause at the bottom of the movements. Be in that stillness. Inhale, lift your arm up slowly. Trace the thumb with your eyes. Exhale, close your arm. And pause at the end of the movement. Be with the stillness. Inhale, trace your palm up. Exhale, open it out. Pause at the very end of the movement. Be with it. Inhale, lift your arm up. And exhale, close your arm. One more time on your own. Pause in the stillness between the movements. Marinate in that stillness. And then once you're complete, roll back onto your back. Meticulously prepare yourself for your final posture, Shavasana. So starting by bending your limbs. So both hands, elbows and knees are bent. Grab the sides of your mat with your hands up close to your rib cage. So your elbows are bent out to the sides. Then push your heels and your hands down and forward to grab the skin of your shoulder blades and pull the skin down your back to clear around your neck. And then drill your heels down into the floor as you slowly slide and drag your feet forward. Drop your thighs. Just feel your pubic bone in relationship to your tail. Let your pubic bone settle. Release your hands and turn your palms up. Organize your arms equidistance away from the torso. And feel here your entire body upon the earth. Take inventory, noticing if there's any remaining effort in your body. Letting go more and more. Dissolving into no time, nowhere, no body, no one. Body Intelligence by Rumi. Your intelligence is always with you, overseeing your body even though you may not be aware of its work. If you start doing something against your health, your intelligence will eventually scold you. If it hadn't been so lovingly close by and so constantly monitoring, how could it rebuke? You and your intelligence are like the beauty and the precision of an astrolabe. Together, you calculate how near existence is to the sun. Your intelligence is marvelously intimate. It's not in front of you or behind, or to the left or the right.
Now try, my friend, to describe how near is the creator of your intellect. Intellectual searching will not find the way to that king. The movement of your finger is not separate from your finger. You go to sleep or you die, and there's no intelligent motion. Then you awake, and your fingers fill with meanings. Now consider the jewel lights in your eyes. How do they work? The visible universe has many weathers and variations. But uncle, oh uncle, the universe of the creation word, the divine command to be, that universe of qualities is beyond any pointing to, more intelligent than intellect, and more spiritual than spirit. No being is unconnected to that reality, and that connection cannot be said. There's no separation and there's no return. There are guides who can show you the way. Use them, but they will not satisfy your longing. Keep wanting that connection with all your pulsing energy. The throbbing vein will take you further than any thinking. Muhammad said, "Don't theorize about essence. All speculations are just more layers of covering." Human beings love coverings. They think the designs on the curtains are what's being concealed. Observe the wonders as they occur around you. Don't claim them. Feel the artistry moving through and be silent. Or say, "I cannot praise you as you should be praised." Such words are infinitely beyond my understanding. Inhale very smoothly. Bring your awareness back to your breath, back to your body, and gently wiggle your fingers, your toes. Gently nod your head from side to side. And when you're ready, very slowly take your own time. Bend up your knees. Feel the imprint of the mat beneath your feet, grounding into the very soles of your feet. And then roll to your right side and pause. Just feeling the earth supporting you. Feel that support deep within you so you can continue to venture forward with curiosity, amazement, and awe of the magnificence, the magic, and the wonder of this life. Slowly rise up, finding a seat that is stable, steady, alert, relaxed, and at ease. And gather your hands in front of your heart. Just remember the seed you planted within you. And we'll close class with the sound of Om one time, sealing these practices into the very fibers of our being, elevating us to being our very best selves. And may our actions and efforts contribute in some way to the greater good of all. Inhale. Namaste.